Hello and welcome to this week's edition of ELCAT News. I'm your host, Jen Carlos. The Town Council met on Tuesday with a relatively light agenda. One unexpected fiscal matter was taken up, authorization to take out of free cash $30,000 to effect a replacement of the police and fire dispatch consoles with brand new equipment. The $30,000 expense will be reimbursed after installation by the equipment vendor. The existing consoles will go to the City of Agawam as part of the replacement process. Police Chief Jeffrey DeLessio explains.
Agawam is looking to expand their dispatch, Agawam PD. For whatever reason, I believe they took on the fire department. They have two dispatch consoles right now, and they need a third. We have their third, basically. And their model is what sits in our dispatch now with the PD. Seeing they needed it yesterday, there's no time to order another one, and there might be some other things involved on their end, but they offered us a deal, if you want to call that they would take our console off our hands, our two consoles, because our fire department console and our console are the same one.
6 years old?
Goosetown, who's the vendor in this, they're 5, 6 years old, somewhere in there.
We both use the same vendor, both
Yes, we
Agawam and
both have
us.
Goosetown, I'm sorry. So basically, Agawam looking for that third console, we have it. They would provide us with two new AvTech consoles, which are different from Motorola. They are more user-friendly and more expandable.
Serviceable.
Brand new consoles. In replace, there's a dollar amount, which is uneven. There's a dollar amount of $30,000 in the package. It's basically shuffling money from one town to the other to make the transaction happen.
Fire Chief Paul Morissette provided an update on the ambulance service due to begin on Sunday, July 1st.
Our ambulance passed its inspection, so we have our ambulance itself is certified. Today we met with our medical director and several of our police dispatch supervisors. Sergeant Manning is the primary 911 coordinator for the department under Jeff. We met with him to set up some of the operating procedures. Some of that is kind of in limbo for some of our later discussions tonight with our EMD program and stuff, but we are geared up, ready to start 6 o'clock Sunday morning with AMR on board. It's going to be baby steps at first. Everybody in the fire department and actually the people we've been engaging with AMR are excited and looking forward to it. If you haven't had a chance to see the ambulance, it's there. The ladder truck is there. You can stop by anytime. A few council members already have. They're doing some training on the ladder tomorrow, and that anticipate July 1st to be in service also. They'll both be in the parade. It's an exciting time for the fire department, and your support's been great over the past couple of years, and I'm looking forward to making it work for everybody.
Last Monday, people jammed the library's community room to hear a presentation on East Longmeadow's quarrying industry by town resident and historical commission member Bruce Moore. With extensive knowledge of the people, tools, locations, and stories, Moore provided a window into East Longmeadow's past.
I'm going to tell you a story that I heard out at one of the quarries in town. The guy that owned the land was farming the land, and he heard some kind of uttering, like something was in trouble or whatever. He went out there, and there's this creature in the quarry struggling, like it's drowning, a big hairy creature like Bigfoot. And he took a long pole, or log, and rescued the thing, and it was so tired when it came out, it just like on the ground, and his hands were all bloody from trying to get out of the quarry, scratching the stone. And I said, sure, I heard the story. I said, yeah, right, it's Bigfoot, And I went out there and I found this on the wall of the quarry.
Oh, wow.
Where it had scratched it. So we might become famous for tourist attraction. Johnny, where's Johnny? You can give tours out there to see where the Bigfoot was. That's actually the legend. The real truth is, everyone knows Johnny and Dick Turnberg. Their father was out at the quarry, or on his land. They butt up to the quarry. And Mr. Turnberg, Eric, I think, he heard someone hollering for help. And he ran out to the quarry, and there was a young boy with a red shirt, I guess. He was already underwater, and he dove in and saved the kid. So that's the truth to that story.
Video of the presentation, as well as numerous other videos hosted by Bruce Moore, are available on ELCAT. Pine Knoll Summer Camp opened this week with 81 campers enrolled for the first session. ELCAT stopped by to meet Camp Director Allie Bates and take a look at the variety of games and activities offered at the Recreational Department facility.
Pine Knoll Camp has been open since Monday, June 25th. We do weekly sessions here at camp. We have a 9-week course at Pine Knoll that you can sign your children up from Thursdays to Mondays, and they go in their age groups with different grade levels. At Pine Knoll Camp, we have art and nature, field activities, court games, and swimming all day at camp. For our weekly themes, we have different weeks provided for each week for the kids. So every Friday we have entertainment coming out. Next week we have a water slide coming. This week we also had a bungee run for Superhero Week. For Hawaiian Luau Week, we also have Hawaiian dancers coming to camp. And for our Color Wars Week, we're going to be doing lots of things with different colors provided at camp. We do get a lot of returning students from camp each year, and we love getting new students and new campers from all around the towns, from Western New England, from down south. This week we have 82 campers signed up, and next week we have around in the 50s, so there are still spots available for each week.
This Friday marked the beginning of the East Longmeadow 4th of July Carnival, which will run for 5 days at Veterans Memorial Field. We stopped by to get a look at some of the new rides, foods, and entertainment. And with a reminder that the library will be closing at 6 p.m. on Monday, July 2nd, and Tuesday, July 3rd due to the carnival, here's a look at what's happening at the library this upcoming week. On Monday, July 2nd from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. is Lunch and a Movie. Bring a blanket and lunch to the library for the movie The Incredibles. This movie is rated PG and registration is required. This event is sponsored by the ELPL Children's Room. On Tuesday, July 3rd from 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. is another edition of Cafe Concerts. This time, enjoy Carrie Underwood's musical talents. Take a lunch break at the library to enjoy a show on the big screen, where light refreshments will be served. This event is sponsored by the Friends. On Wednesday, the 4th of July, the library will be closed. And finally, on Friday, July 6th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. is Lego Madness. Be creative with Legos. Build something special, name it, then display it in the children's department. This drop-in event is for all ages. We leave you now with a glimpse at last week's performers at the Apple Place, Amanda Spear and Janelle Kavanaugh, both hailing from East Longmeadow.
Just seen him when he came in. He said the Yankees play the baby, baby, and they hit the Sox and crush the game. Our first original we ever wrote. Wrote it yesterday, so it's pretty rough. But hope you guys like it. Once in time, before you pull the trigger, can I tell you everything you need to know? I've been living on truth to myself for some time, and I thought you felt the same. I want my world was better with you in it, even though you're not who I want you to be. I stand tall, I do nothing to break me. We all I ever need.
That's it for this week's edition of ELCAT News. I'm your host, Jen Carlos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.